Welcome to Pathways to Success at PGCC. And now here's your host, Professor G.
Welcome to this edition of Pathways to Success at PGCC. I'm Mark Gray, Professor G, welcoming you to The Lesson Plan, your pathway to success at Prince George's Community College through education. And we are pleased, honored, and privileged to be joined by two people who basically live their lives right now, helping to ensure that the next generation of educators will flourish after their time here on campus. And our guests today include Dr. Ashanti Bryant Foster, an associate professor and the department chair of education in the professional studies and community education division here at PGCC. She represents herself as a first-generation college graduate and the first in her family to earn her doctorate. She has a BA in elementary education from Morgan State, my girl, and an MS in secondary education from Bowie State, and a doctorate in educational leadership from Argosy. Seems like you are more than just the average dean.
Well, I have written several lesson plans, I'll tell you that. And it is amazing to be a part of the educational journey. Yeah.
And we are also joined by an alum from the class of December 2023 and the early childhood special education degree, and she is Simone Lovelock. She's also the recipient of the department's Child Care Center Professional Development Fund, which is a scholarship that provides tuition fees and book expenses for those in child care that qualify. She completed her degree while parenting, working a full-time job, and she started as a child care teacher, but now serves as a director in Greenbelt?
Yes. I'm living my dream job as a director at Greenbelt Children's Center.
So thank you so much for the time. Dr. Foster, let me ask you this.
Yes.
What kind of student are you looking for that you think can really make it through the educational curriculum here at Prince George's County, and then we'll go on to succeed like Simone?
This is excellent question. Well, it's really about what type of student is looking to help others. Are you always that person that when the teacher says it's this way and you're like, what is it? They always come to you for support? Are you a coach? Are you a mentor amongst your peers? Well, that's the type of person that will do well in education.
Mm-hmm. Simone, how did Prince George's Community College shape your walk and help you to, quote, live your dream?
You know, when I started here, I took a course just to be a teacher. And the lady at the time, her name was Sandra Osborne. She said, why don't you get your degree? You're doing well. And I also became the leader of that class, helping with homework. And I would take my little son, he was 2 years old at the time, every Saturday. And then I decided, why not take up this opportunity to get myself a full education? Being an educator is very important to me. So to have something, a scholarship fund that pays for your books, your tuition, I am going to go as far as my master's so I can give back to my community.
Talk about mentoring and nurturing. I mean, it seems like you walked into a circumstance in your life here on this campus that nurtured you as you were becoming educated. Can you talk about those intangibles that help, forge your pathway to success?
Absolutely. So let me give you a little bit about my background. I started in Jamaica as a hospitality manager. And then at 43, I had my first child. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do weekends anymore. I want to live my life passion. So when I came here and Miss Osborne introduced me to the fact of just going for my degree, and then I met Dr. Ashanti, who said, not only go for your degree, but why don't you set yourself up in a job? So I went to Greenbelt Children's Center to observe, and then I started working as a teacher, and then here I am as a director And Dr. Ashanti just helped me to make sure I'm doing the right steps, taking the right classes, getting the right kind of degree. And guess what? My degree allowed me to be a director.
And Dr. Foster, talk about how you guys in your department build that tangible mentoring concept, and the nurturing just seems to come through. Talk about how that just kind of transcends all the academic stuff.
Absolutely. So as a teacher of teachers, we know what they need, right? And we've been there before. But I think it's the other piece of understanding individuality and who people are individually. We can't just say, here, take this course. Really knowing what is your goal, where are you trying to go, and what resources we have to take you there. So now we have the OWL market, but even before then, making small groups, even though tutoring is available, making our own small groups for our students. So just things like that, and just showing that you care goes a long way. And so it's also important to know that Ms. Osborne is still on the faculty today, helping other students thrive and survive.
And please talk about that OWL market. People don't understand how the food deserts can impact academic excellence. It can be the difference between passing and failing.
Absolutely. When you talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and if I'm not safe, if I don't have food, if I don't have shelter, how am I going to learn? And so even though Simone was able to benefit from the books and the tuition and the fees taken care of, what about food? And so we have an OWL market here on campus as well as on our other campuses, and you can come and get up to 55 items per week. One of the joys of my week is being able to volunteer there as a faculty or staff member. So it's an excellent opportunity for those enrolled in that particular. You don't have to be credit. You can be a continuing education student as well. So all are welcome to come and benefit. Good stuff in there.
Yeah, for real. And Simone, I want you to talk about how knowing that you have a support system on campus in place, how that, when you relieve your mind, you can learn a lot more. Can you talk about how that worked out for you? Absolutely.
It helped to build my confidence, because sometimes you're so stressed, full-time mom, wife. I have a autoimmune disease, so sometimes I would be sick and I could not do my classes. But knowing that if I communicate, I am having a flare this month, I'm unable to sending my homework, and it's like, okay, we'll extend that time for you. That support system helped me to build my confidence and lower my stress level, so I could continue to do the best that I can be and do without being stressed about it. Oh my God, I have to put in this homework. Just knowing that you have a support system that will guide you, help you to make the right choices, help you to choose the right books, help you to do everything in a timely manner, knowing your life responsibilities really, really made a difference.
Did you have something you want to expound on that, Dr. Foster?
Just really a culture of care.
Yes.
And so whatever department you're in, if you have a culture of care and really look at students as people and not percentages, that's where you get the work, and being able to, again, individualize the experience for each and every person. I think that's very helpful.
Education is such a broad department,
Yes.
encompassing so many different layers: early childhood, secondary, postgraduate, and so far. What's the it factor about this pathway in terms of grooming or getting into the field of education? Because I can't call it business, because in many respects you're called to be an educator.
This is true.
So
Right.
so let's talk about that.
Absolutely. And so the beauty of being a community college is that you get your foundational work here, which will put you in a position to go to that bachelor's degree and be more specialized. So the foundation is here. Not only that, we also offer opportunities to teachers who are recertifying. So you may already be a teacher and you might want to continue to learn here. There is no, I graduate and I come back. Once an OWL, always an OWL, and we always try to have education programs and courses for anyone. And I think that's important as a lifelong learner.
How free are you to be innovative and creative inside your curriculum, to push the envelope, to stay on the cutting edge, and to, groom the next generation? Because generational communication can be a hindrance in this era of education.
Yes. We are using open education resources, so students can actually have a podcast experience when checking out their curriculum. So they don't have to get the physical textbook if they don't want to. We open up opportunities for students in non-traditional, if you will, hours of the day. We have office hours in the evenings. So really tailoring it to the needs of the people in front of us is super important.
Can you talk about that too, Simone, in terms of what you learned at PGCC that helped you go into the professional world and start innovating, not necessarily making changes, but making changes?
Sure. First of all, I'd like to applaud Dr. Ashanti. She's been very humble because I would call her at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, what do I need to do? Can you help me to make this decision? I have this offer of being a director. How can I reach that goal in this amount of time? Do I walk away or do I stay? So the innovative choices is also, as Dr. Ashanti said, the culture of care, of making sure you're guided with the right stepping stones. That is not just working as a teacher, it's a passion. We don't work because, you have to love it because you're guiding young minds. You're shaping brains. So it's a calling, but it's also the right seasoning with the right person who can guide you.
And to that end, Doctor, when you're taking on the one-on-one personal relationships with students, it's almost hard not to get attached to them.
That's true.
But talk about how that organic attachment is formed per student.
Absolutely. It starts with making connections. Seeing students just not as my class, but as individuals, right? And I'm an individualist, so you can tell I've said that a lot. But building relationships. Oh, you're a mom, I'm a mom too. Oh, you're a parent, I'm a parent too. Oh, you're from this area. Oh, me too. Oh, have you checked out this? Or what about that? Circling back around. I circled back around to someone from 2 years ago, just today. And so when you talk about, taking a list, who have I checked in with? And really being able to care about people, because people are caring for others. And there's one thing, if I might add, about innovation, and it just happens organically, but being in an organization where you're able to create and innovate, and that's a welcome experience, means everything. And we have that here at PGCC. Simone, as the director, and I, as the dean, as we started right here in this seat, I said, oh, dean and director, that would be an amazing podcast. And she said, yeah, it would. And so it happens just like that. It's a thought, but then you have other people around you to support you.
Okay, before I let you go,
yes.
This is a softball question for both of you, so I'm expecting you to hit it out the park.
Okay, dean and director.
Okay, let's be real. Okay, talk for a second about why PGCC's education department or curriculum is the best kept secret in the county.
I will just say, look where I am. That's the answer. I entered into this childcare center 4 years ago, and with this program, I am the first I'm Caribbean, I'm Jamaican, first black woman at my center. Sister at my center in the first 40 years. And I was the youngest employed. Everybody's been there 25 years, 40 years. This program has led me to that path. And I'm hoping that this program continues so we can help others get to that path. I'm the product right here. Dean and director.
Dean and director. Yeah, and for me, I say it doesn't matter where you start. We want to help you finish, and we want to help you continue and grow. So we have folks that come in as early as 9th grade and declare that they want to be a teacher. And we help them earn their Associates of Arts in teaching. And in 2 years, when they turn 20, they'll be ready to teach. But we also have wonderful people like Simone. It doesn't matter your age or stage. We're here to help you.
Ladies, I could spend the whole afternoon talking with you, but one thing about it is when you step onto the best kept secret in Prince George's County, you might want to learn something by visiting our Community Education Division. Dr. Ashanti Bryant Foster, thank you so much for your knowledge. Simone Lovelock, congratulations again. Best of luck to you in your career path. And we are just so proud to have owls like you soaring high.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And that's going to do it for this edition of Pathways to Success at Prince George's Community College. We've always got the light on for you here in Largo, so drop on by. You might learn something more than you did not know about the best kept secret in PG County. Till next time, I'm Professor G. See you soon.
Thank you for watching Pathways to Success at PGCC. For more information about Pathways at the college, visit our website at www.pgcc.edu.